My best friend Caitlin and I went to my dad's house in Cape Town, and we're going to be sharing with you the best places to go eat, things to do, and more. So make sure to like and subscribe, especially if you like watching travel vlogs with actually informational tips for planning your own trips. So today we're going to the Clifton beaches, which I haven't been to, I don't think even as a kid. I feel like we always just drove past it, but my family or my dad never really wanted to go and sit at the beach. So after lunch, me and Caitlin are so excited just to like lie out, roast a little. I already have a little bit of a tan line going, and I never ever tan. Like, this is like tan for me. But I'm hoping I can get a little bit more tan before I go back to California in a natural way, because if you've watched my other vlogs, I usually fake tan, which I don't know, what's better for you? Fake tan or a real tan, like in terms of your health? Let me know, because I'm thinking fake tan because you don't get skin cancer. But okay, now I'm ready for lunch. I packed my bikini instead of wearing it under this dress, and yeah, I'm excited to eat something because I'm now hungry again, so that's a good sign. We came to this gorgeous winery for lunch, which I highly recommend coming to if you ever visit Cape Town. It was just so stunning. I love a little girl's lunch, plus my dad. And side note, I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but I had food poisoning this morning, so my stomach was hurting real bad, and it was good that my appetite was coming back because they had this really gorgeous looking steak salad on the menu, which I had to get, plus some starters of bread, these arancini balls. And we met up with a family friend, so the four of us shared a bottle of wine. And after lunch, we drove to Camps Bay to go to the gorgeous beaches there. This area is what I feel like Cape Town is known for because the ocean is just gorgeous. But we walked down these series of steps to get down to the beach. And the water looks gorgeous, but let me just tell you, it's absolutely freezing. I go in later in the video and it was so cold. I felt like I had icicles on my skin. There's also guys who walk around and sell drinks and ice cream, so of course I had to get myself one because it just was gonna really help me cool down on such a hot day. And after the beach, we went and got sunset drinks at this restaurant, and this area is also really nice to walk around and explore. Me and Caitlin got these drinks that the waitress recommended, and they were so good and refreshing, especially after a long day in the sun. They also had a live DJ playing, and it was just such a great atmosphere. I'm going surfing this morning with my dad. I'm so excited, and of course have to put in some conditioner in my hair. I also wet it before going into the ocean because I didn't know this, but apparently if you go into the ocean with dry hair, it will soak up the salt water. So you should always try to wet it with like tap water or just normal water beforehand. At least that's what my hairdresser David has told me. Anyways, I'm trying to just like be productive while I go and do something fun. So like a little bit of self-care while being active, incredible. So I am not a professional surfer by any means. I actually only started surfing about a year ago, and this is probably my 12th time in total ever going surfing. But I feel like I'm learning and progressing pretty fast. At least that's what I'm telling myself, because I'm just forcing myself to get into it. I really want to be a surfer girl. I borrowed my dad's board, which was 7'4", and then took off to get into the waves. If anyone has form tips for me, let me know, but keep in mind, I'm pretty much still a beginner, so I fell down, of course, a lot. And you're gonna see one of my funnier falls in the next clip. I can't believe Caitlin was able to capture it. It was like I was a seal trying to surfboard and just, oh, there she goes. But maybe this could serve as a reminder to anyone who needs it that you're never too old to try new things. Caitlin was lying out on the beach while I was surfing, and the funniest thing is the shark alarm actually went off, and it sounds like the purge alarm.
Is that you? Oh, that's you at the back. No. What? Oh my god!
You could probably hear Caitlin in the background of that video thinking I was going back in as the shark alarm was going off, but no, I got out of there as soon as I could. There was also a helicopter making sure to check it all out, and then we just spent the rest of the day lying out in the sun. Even though I was a little bummed, I wanted to go surf for another hour or two, but it was nice to just relax and get a little bit of a tan going. Also, I love the little smiley faces on my wetsuit. We then came in for lunch and we were obsessed with these wraps, so my dad got them for us, which was so sweet of him, but they were like chicken avocado and so good. I look crazy. I really want to try to replicate this. It had chicken, mayonnaise, pesto, carrots, I think also some greens in there, but it was so good. And then my dad wanted me to show you how he properly makes his gin and tonics, or John and tonics, because he says I didn't accurately show it in the other video. Okay, Dad. But it was actually so cute. He was so excited to show, and he was like, get all the cinematic angles. I'm gonna show some background footage of me like trying to get it all in one shot. It was so funny. 2 shots.
Of Bombay sapphire.
Wow.
I don't find other gin works as well with this recipe. 2 shots.
You can't use any of the gin.
Can, but I prefer.
We don't want that hodgepodge.
Okay, now this is.
I'm gonna put his recipe on the screen, but the key is that you actually grate some of the lime peel on a grater and pour liquid on top of it. I think he pours the soda water over it. The other 2 key ingredients are a good amount of lime juice and, of course, half a shot of Campari, just to add a little bit of something different. And like so, you pour half soda water and half tonic water over the grated lime.
Squeeze that juice out. Lots of lime. Now we pour in the.
You can also make this to taste, so you can add a little bit more soda water if you don't want it as sweet, and then we garnish with a dried orange peel and done. Oh, cheers!
Cheers.
Pretty damn good.
Now we're gonna replicate my dad's John and tonic.
John and tonic.
A shot. Soda water and tonic water, of course.
Only the finest. Sorry, my accent makes it sound so much worse.
only the finest.
That makes it sound so much worse.
Do you want to crack it open?
Crack it open, a cold one. Quite warm actually.
I fucking knew that would happen. Okay, we're continuing.
That was so.
I think it's like half gone too.
Probably. So polite.
We are so polite. Oh, we forgot to pour it over the zest.
Oh, fuck. Don't tell him.
We're just making such a mess. We could never be bartenders.
It's gonna be him doing it so nicely and then just us. Look at the mess.
Oh,
Can they see it?
Oh, it's so bad. Lime juice. Oh, wow. This is why we can never be bartenders. Quality. Me and Caitlin just got ready. We're having a night out tonight in Cape Town. I'm gonna count. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Hi, Morgsters.
We're so excited.
Oh.
Oh my god, what happened? Oh no. What was it? This is the clumsiest vlog we've ever had. We went out to dinner first with some friends, and this restaurant is one he recommended. It was so good. It was like Asian fusion, had some Indian food as well. We ended up splitting everything because I love tapas style restaurants. The Wagyu burger was insane. And then we went out for drinks. Of course, had to start the night with espresso martinis. Honestly, the nightlife and bar scene in Cape Town is so good, and it was so fun to join a couple of friends who knew what they were doing. Also, our Uber driver had the most interesting name. Hard life. We drove to another bar by the waterfront, and we were gonna be taking job shots, which I didn't know you could do it this way, but you basically take a shot and then they pour whipped cream in your mouth. He did it wrong for Caitlin, so poor her had to do it twice. I had to do it as well for the experience. I think I aced it. And then we had these drinks called the Rocket, which came in these like interesting containers, and it's just so fun going to game bars where they have a bunch of different drinking games. The guy friends we were with were such gentlemen. They showed us all around Cape Town for our only night out, and we went and danced and listened to music before going back and having a bit of an afters and calling it a night. So much more hungover.
We can't smash any glass.
We can't smash a glass. So it's our last day in Cape Town. I slept horrendously last night. We came home at 5 a.m. Don't even look at me. I'm quite hungover. I don't know if you can tell. No. But we have to go and enjoy our last night here in Cape Town, so we're getting ready to do so. Sorry. I'm gonna splash some cold water on my face. I've literally just rotted in bed all day, but it kind of felt amazing. Honestly, I think much needed, you know? But sometimes when I wake up like this and I have a hangover moment like this is a hangover, like a bad one. I'm like, I am not drinking again for weeks. And I say this to myself, but I know a week from now, I'm gonna be like, you know what sounds nice? A cocktail. Does hair of the dog work? Like, do you think it works?
Are you asking me or are you asking the morgsters?
Yeah, I'm asking the morgsters. I'm asking everyone. I'm asking you, and yeah, I feel like if I had a glass of wine at dinner, I think I'd just pass out right then and there.
Yeah, no.
But I'm also excited to go shopping. We're gonna do any of our last minute souvenir shopping today at the waterfront too, so that'll be really fun. I honestly don't even think I'm gonna put on like any other makeup besides mascara. This is a great area to go shopping and also to get some souvenirs. Me and Caitlin were on a hunt to get matching bracelets, and we ended up getting some with tanzanite, and I'll show you later in the video. But we went here for dinner, and it was the perfect last night dinner spot. Amazing ambiance, the food was great. Here are our cute little bracelets, and by the way, those were mocktails because like I mentioned, I could not drink. Now for our last day in South Africa, I woke up early and got to watch the last sunrise I would see in South Africa for a long time, and it was beautiful. Last chance to tan in South Africa. I have a little bit of a tan line going. So I woke up this morning at 6 a.m. but honestly I'm not that upset because I'm gonna probably just crash when I get on the plane. I'm really sad to leave. I haven't even packed yet because I don't want to leave here. It's gorgeous. Honestly, been contemplating moving here. Cape Town is just stunning. But yeah, come enjoy the last morning, last breakfast. Ugh, I'm gonna cry. We got changed into our swimsuits and put on some cover-ups because we were going to breakfast at the first place we got breakfast in the first vlog, which you can watch in the link down below. We got our coffees and they're
spicy.
Spicy.
And there's
It's
like
actually
something,
really spicy.
it's gross. And there's something downstairs called like ant chili oil or something, and we think
Ant chili, bullet ant chili.
bullet and chili oil, and we think that they've spiked us.
They ended up making us our new coffees because it turned out they had made sriracha in the same blender they used to blend our coffees. And then we walked down to the beach, tanned for a bit before coming back and laying out in the sun again in the garden. But this was such a peaceful last day. I packed my suitcase full of 3 bottles of wine to bring back to the US. I'm so sad to be leaving, like actually so sad.
I actually could cry, this is so sad.
We sat at the airport lounge, had our last ever amarula before getting on our plane, and this was such a fun trip. Thank you so much for watching these vlogs. If you haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.